Finally tonight, we offer our sympathy to the family of our colleague, Jim Bolen. Jim's death has sent sorrow throughout the St. Louis community. News 4's Dan Buck joins us now with reaction to this news. Dan.
Well, Lori, there are very few people in St. Louis who have touched as many lives as Jim Bolen, a quiet man, yet a man who made a huge statement in news and music and in his genuine love of life. We all can remember something about Jim. In fact, as we speak on KMOX radio, they are saluting one of the greatest in this station's history.
Well, you know, he opened doors for me that I would have never had an opportunity to go to. I mean, it was just, I'm going to miss him very, very, very much.
Robin, welcome from Chicago.
I am a very blessed woman to have had the opportunity to have sat next to such a pro and such a gentleman and such a friend. And I ask that people remember Jim in that positive light.
I told the people earlier in the show he would want to be remembered not for the musician and the news broadcasting and the weather and the sports and the big band. He would want to be remembered as the loving husband and the loving father to his children and his grandchildren.
God's got one of the best angels that he could get.
I will remember him for his loyalty, his integrity, and his character. He was a man of principle. He taught me a lot. When there was a crisis and we met to talk about the crisis, instead of talking about the problem at hand, we talked about our mutual love for music. That's what I'll remember about him.
Full cargo of cartoon fun and your pals Cookie and the Captain.
See that little piece of...
It was an association where we just anticipated each other. We knew what the other was after. And it worked very well. We really enjoyed it. They've lost a very versatile man, a very warm man that could carry his own weight in just about anything. He was good.
Jim Bolen loved this business. He cared passionately about it. He was good. And he could, as I said earlier, he could do it all. Jim Bolen is really one of the true legends in St. Louis broadcasting. Everybody loved Jim Bolen.
Here I am, Captain.
Most people who watch St. Louis television literally grew up with Jim Bolen. From his role as Cookie on Channel 4 starting in the late 50s to gigs in advertising, weather, sports, and news, Jim Bolen for 40 years was the consummate broadcaster.
Jim and I grew up doing the same thing. Someone says, do the weather. And he said, well, I've never done the weather. Do the weather. Okay, so you do the weather. We need a children's program. What do we have? Think of something.
Jim Bolen also loved music. And today, his Gateway City Big Band played the music Jim loved so much. They were part of one career. Robin Smith was partner in Jim's other career.
A great listener and a man who always gave great advice. Compassionate, warm, caring, humorous, and happy. A true journalist, always earning the public's trust with each day on the air.
Hundreds of Jim's friends attended his funeral, many of them themselves broadcast institutions. But there were also people like Jewel Cookson, who came to know Jim Bolen only through television.
One of the most enjoyable people to watch and listen to. I mean, he was like a compassionate person, I believe.
They could pick up very quickly that he was a real guy, that he was genuine, that he was sincere.
That's it for us today. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same cast, same spot on the dial, and we hope you'll be there too.
Indeed, and Don Wolf, who is hosting tonight's KMOX show, will continue that show until 12 midnight tonight. There will also be a tribute next week on WSIE, a show, a place where we heard him every Saturday, and there will be a tribute to him again next week. And I know a lot of people are going to miss that jazz show that he had every single Saturday.
Just his personality and presence. So many people have been calling into the station, and we've obviously been talking amongst ourselves some of our favorite memories, how how Jim could just talk right to the second and in this business of deadlines and timing and everything. And no matter what the situation, he could handle it. And you heard tonight from Herb Humphreys in Texas calling in.
Yeah, he called in all the way from Texas. We've heard from a lot of colleagues across the country. He's touched so many people, not only in St. Louis, but throughout the U.S.
So good at what he did and so much fun to be around. We will miss him. And as we leave you tonight, we're going to say goodbye with a video tribute to Jim Bolen. We will miss him.